I'm John.
And I'm Colin, and this is Sanborn Student News.
Coming back from our field trip at NH1 News Studios in Concord.
With the school year coming to a close and the seniors on their way out, graduation is here.
We'll get to that later, but first, we have to get serious.
As you all know, this year students filled out the Youth Risk Behavior Survey.
Also known as YRBS.
YRBS is an anonymous way to track drug and alcohol usage.
It also tracks sexual abuse and violence.
We have some staggering statistics from the past 2 surveys.
Kyle and I did some investigating, and here's what they found.
Hi, Miss Fuller. I'm Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Come on in.
I heard you're the new Students Assistance Counselor.
I am.
Mr. Sachs said you had some information about the drug stats here at Sanborn.
I do. I actually have some from the YRBS. According to the 2013 YRBS, 3.6% of students at Sanborn reported that they had used methamphetamine 1 or more times during their life. 2.9% of students reported that they had used heroin 1 or more times during their life. And another alarming stat is that 19.2% reported that they had taken prescription pills such as Oxycontin, Vicodin, and Percocet when they weren't prescribed it.
Miss Fuller, how can drugs and alcohol affect your high school career?
Well, in addition to being in trouble or getting suspended or expelled, it also impacts your attention, your memory, motivation, ability to obtain information, and your problem-solving skills, which are all necessary in order to get good grades. Additionally, it also impacts your emotion regulation and your conflict management skills, which results in poor relationships, fighting, and more discipline. Sanborn and the community have been trying to be really proactive around this issue, bringing new prevention activities to the area, helping families and students find supports and treatments when needed, and really bringing awareness to the issue. One of the things that they were able to do with the 2013 YRBS data was actually get this position of a student assistance counselor in order to bring more activities to school and to work with some of the kids around some of these issues and at-risk behaviors.
The YRBS survey that we give students every other year, we're able to track that data, and that just gives us, I guess, a baseline of the kinds of problems that we need to be aware of, and it's definitely one that's on our radar.
Well, on a happier but somewhat concerning note,
As we know, this year's 8th graders got kicked out of the school due to structural failure.
the roof collapse was due to heavy snowfall.
With all the snow gone, those 8th graders will be freshmen in the fall, and all will be back to normal in the middle school. Wait.
This just in. Kelsey has found out that what you said might not be true.
Well, let's bring her in to tell us what's up. Kelsey?
What? I've been sitting here this entire time.
Oh. Well, can you tell us what the deal is with the future 8th graders?
Sure. Well, I spoke to Dr. Blake on the status and where the future 8th graders are going to go, since it is confirmed that the damaged wing will not be ready for September. Now, it is true that they will be staying at Sanborn until as late as February. Here's what he had to say about it.
Over the course of the school year, there have been a lot of rumors about the 8th graders, but now we can put all those rumors to rest.
So at this point, it doesn't look like the building is going to be ready for students to occupy in the fall. And in fact, in all likelihood, the 8th graders are going to be here at the high school probably until February vacation next year. We considered bringing portables here to the high school, but again, it's where we would put them, the cost of them, all the plumbing and septic or sewer and water and heat and all of that, and just the overall headache that's associated with it would be just too consuming for us to deal with. So our plan at this point is to continue with the situation that we're in now, where the 8th graders have that wing, and we've displaced some high school teachers, unfortunately.
Thanks, Dr. Blake. Even though there was a little mumble jumble this year, I think we can still pull it off next year. Thanks, guys, and back to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. She's not there anymore. Anyways, the 8th graders are on the move again.
But another group of students are moving too.
Moving out, that is.
We're talking about the senior class of 2015.
Graduation is a huge event with a lot of tradition.
But this year, there's one change that has people concerned.
The graduation speeches.
Chris has more info on this controversial subject.
Graduation season is here, and this year the graduation speeches have been a big topic. Let's go talk to Miss Hadwin about how they were chosen and catch up with one of the speakers.
So the process this year for selecting graduation speakers, students had to meet a certain criteria, seniors that is. They had to be in good academic standing, have good attendance, and basically then just submit a speech that would be appropriate for one of our graduation events, which would be graduation, class day, or scholarship night. So the change that we made this year versus years past is, in years past, students that were ranked in the top 5 of the class were given an opportunity to speak at different events. However, because we don't often know who those students are until literally the day of graduation, when all the grades are computed and GPAs are tallied, that sometimes the student we thought was the valedictorian in fact was not. We also had situations where students who had an opportunity to speak based on their class rank really didn't want to speak, and it didn't seem fair to kind of force that upon them. And so we felt like any student in the senior class, whether they're projected to be the valedictorian or not, had an opportunity to submit a speech.
At the beginning of the year, a lot of us weren't pleased with how the speech writing process was laid out for us, but after a discussion with Mr. Stack, a compromise was made so that the speech being given at graduation this year is still based off of merit, and I'm going to be giving that speech, and I'm going to be talking about happiness, and do what makes you happy.
I'd reflect on my 4 years of high school, and I'd sit at a computer with my friend Colin. He would help me write it, and I'd just explain about every year, and we'd always say something funny and put it in there to make the speech a little more memorable and also less boring.
Now that we know what that's all about, let's go back to you guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Now we have senior Evan Angus here to talk about his class and the end of the year.
The end of the year is all about celebration for the seniors. With our high school years coming to an end, a fantastic example of this is a senior class trip. There are also some of the seniors that want to celebrate others. We have some senior thank yous to a lot of people who have helped us through our career. Also, there are some pictures of the senior class trip. Let's take a look.
Mr. Kelly for letting me stay in his room all the time.
Alright, real talk, I want to thank Miss Wheeler for basically making my year amazing.
I would like to thank Miss Jules, Mr. Gray, Mr. Welch, and Mr. Wolbert for sticking by my side every single year and making me the person that I am today.
Just a special thanks to all the faculty. Most of you are pretty great. Most. And then just a special thanks to Miss Lang for always being there to push me to do my best.
Just want to say thank you to the Sanborn football coaching staff for making everything here worthwhile. Thanks.
I want to say thank you to Mr. Corkery for making me come to school on time, making me show up.
There you go, Mr. Corkery!
And I want to thank Scott Maxwell for helping me reach all my goals in track this year. We pretty much cleared the record board, so thanks.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for being very supportive. I love you guys. I love you, Jerry.
Fun. And finally, I'd like to thank the big man upstairs. He's always been watching out for me for 4 years, making sure I do the right thing. Talking about Rick. Thank you.
And with all the goodbyes at the end of the school year, we have one too.
This is the last Modern Media News segment of the 2014-2015 school year.
Thank you to all of our loyal viewers.
This is John.
And Colin.
And Evan.
Signing off for the last time.
Have a great summer. And good luck, seniors.
Yeah, like
clap.
Clap on.
Sounds like a line dance.
Clap.
Yes.
The end of the year is all about. Oh. Wow. Yeah, man.
It's like perfect. Just start recording.
Yep. Am I starting?
Well, on a somewhat happier note.
Well, on a somewhat happier note.
It's concerning too. This might not be true. Oh, word in from. Oh no. Okay, I can't do it that way.
Breaking news.